All right, so it's just about 6 o'clock. We'll get started. Anyone else that wants to join will pop in when they're ready. So I'm Devin. If you haven't met me before, I'm glad you're here and joining me for an hour of yoga practice. This is going to be a hatha yoga practice tonight for about an hour. And of course, as we would for any yoga class, I want you to check in with your body, notice how you're feeling today. If there's anything that's sore or tight or stiff, again, just notice it, be present in your body throughout the practice. We want to feel a stretch, but it shouldn't be painful. So we want to finish our practice tonight feeling a little bit longer, a little bit looser, and definitely more relaxed. So if you haven't already, let's lay down flat on our backs and just take a couple breaths checking in. So walk the heels about mat width apart, let your arms relax halfway between your hips and shoulders. Close your eyes, breathing deeply in through the nose, and take a big exhale through the mouth, letting your whole body sink down deeply into the mat. To bring awareness to your breath, sometimes it helps to bring a hand to your abdomen and one to your chest, really feeling the body expand with each inhale, and then letting it relax underneath your hands as you exhale. Good. Let's walk our heels together. Reach the arms overhead. Lengthen the body. Point the toes. Reach through the fingertips. Continue breathing deeply, finding length in the spine. Place your hand around your left forearm. Reach your arms a little bit further upwards and then over to the right side, finding length through the left side of the torso. Feeling a stretch through the abdominals and those muscles along the rib cage. And then come back through center. Let's switch sides. So left hand around the right forearm, lift up and over to the left. Good. Let's come back through center. And now bend your elbows and bring the bent elbows down to shoulder height. We're going to remain laying on our back. I'm just going to sit up for a moment to show you what kind of movement I'm talking about. So we're starting with our elbows bent, the back of our hand and the top of our forearm are flat on the mat. As we inhale, we're going to slide our fingertips together overhead. And as we exhale, we're now going to draw the elbows in towards the spine. So move gently. And this should be a nice fluid movement. So as you lift the arms overhead, notice if the hands or wrists or elbows are popping off of the mat. All right, we really want to keep them down on the floor and our whole upper body relaxed. That way we get the most out of this stretch. So we're creating space through the upper back, that space between the shoulder blades. Let's do one more. And then relax your arms down at your sides. Let's bend the right leg, hug it in towards the chest, point and flex the foot. Wiggle the toes. Circle the toes both directions. And then move the attention all the way up to the hip. Begin to circle it both directions. Start off small, gradually make those circles a little bit bigger. And then hug the right knee back in towards the chest. Bring your hands around the right hamstring, so the back of the thigh. Straighten out the knee and lift the right heel up towards the sky. Feel that stretch along the back side of the right leg. Breathe into that stretch, reaching up through the heel, feeling the calf really lengthening as well. Keep the upper body nice and relaxed. as you breathe, maybe you can pull the leg in a little bit closer to the torso. Excellent job. On your next exhale, bend the right knee about 90 degrees. Grab a hold of the knee or upper shin with the right hand. Left hand comes down to the mat at your side, anchoring the body, and we're just going to open the knee to the right. So we'll feel a stretch through the right inner thigh here. Try and keep your left hip, leg, and left shoulder grounded on the mat. Excellent. Let's lift the right leg back up towards the sky, switch our grip, and on your next exhale, cross the right knee over to the left side. This time, let your right hip lift off of the floor. Keep your right arm out to the right and look over your right shoulder. So we're getting a gentle spinal twist, a little stretch through the back, in addition to this stretch on the outer thigh and hip of the right leg. Excellent. Let's release. And lower the right leg all the way down to the floor. Switch sides, bend the left leg, hug it in towards your chest. Start with the toes, wiggle them around. Then move into the ankle, point and flex the foot. Begin to circle it both directions. And then begin to work your way up the leg to the left hip, rocking it side to side. And circling it around, small circles, gradually getting bigger. And switch directions if you haven't already. Good. Hug the left knee in towards the chest. And then move your hands to the left hamstring, the back of the thigh. Straighten out the left leg, lifting through the heel. Lift it up towards the sky, finding length through the back of the leg. Keep the head and neck relaxed. Keep the muscles along the face and jaw relaxed. Excellent job. Bend the left knee 90 degrees. Left hand to the left knee or upper shin. Right arm out to the side to anchor the body. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, open the left leg to the left, stretching through the left inner thigh. Good. Let's inhale that leg up, switch your grip, and exhale, cross the left leg to the right. This time letting the left hip lift off the floor. Turn your head and look over your left shoulder. Good. Let's come back through center. And now hug both knees in towards the chest. Gently begin to rock side to side, massaging the back, kidneys. And then tuck your chin towards your chest, round your spine as much as possible, and let's roll along the length of the spine, from our shoulders to our tailbone, 3 or 4 times. And then come up to a seated position, crossing the ankles, letting our outer thighs drop down towards the mat. Rolling our shoulders back, away from the ears, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Let's inhale our right arm up, left hand to the mat, reach over to the left, find the length through the right side of the torso. Keep breathing deeply. Inhale through center. And exhale, right hand to the right side, left arm up. Let's reach over to the right. So we're keeping our shoulders facing the front of our room. Our left bicep is next to the left ear. Good. Let's come up. Interlace the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. Reaching the shoulder blades together. Look upwards. Good. Let's release the hands. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So let's plant the hands on the mat. Fingers spread wide. Curl the toes. Press through the palms. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Reach down through your heels. Look back towards your toes. And since this is the first one of our practice tonight, let's pedal the heels a couple times. Lengthening the backs of the legs. The head and neck should be relaxed, so you may want to look left and right a couple times, just really reminding the body to let go of any tension in the neck or jaw. And let's hold it here, breathing deeply. Rotate the creases of the elbows forward towards your fingertips, root down through the heels, and breathe. Excellent. Let's walk our feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Keep the chin tucked towards the chest. Let the upper body just hang forward and relax in front of the thighs. And then gently round up, stacking the back, keeping the knees soft. Roll the shoulders back, bring them away from the ears, and lift the chin off the chest. Excellent. Let's step to the top of our mat, coming into mountain pose if we're not there already. We're going to do a couple sun salutations. So we'll be moving with our breath. Let's inhale and exhale, palms together at the center of our chest. Inhale, lift the arms up, gently arch back. And exhale, forward fold, fingertips down to the mat, bend your knees slightly, look towards the legs. Inhale, right leg back, lower the knee, flatten the top of the foot, drop the hips down and forward as you look up. Curl the right toes and exhale, left leg back to plank, draw the abs in, inhaling, and exhale, lower the knees, chest and forehead down to the mat. Inhale, slide forward, press the palms, lift the chest, look up. And exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. And exhale, release, arms by the sides. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up, drop your hips down and forward. Curl the toes, exhale, right leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower, knees, chest and forehead, or chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, press through the palms, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. And inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, foot flat. Exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. Exhale, release, arms by the sides. Let's do one more set. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, left leg back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, side forward, lift the chest. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, foot flat. And exhale, left leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. And exhale, release, arms by the sides. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, foot flat, look up. Curl the toes, exhaling, right leg back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, slide forward, lift the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg forward, right knee down, foot flat. And exhale, right leg forward, feet together, look at your knees. Inhale, arms up, gently arch back. And exhale, release, arms by the side. Roll the shoulders back and away from your ears. Take a deep breath. Notice how your body feels. We should feel nice and warm. So let's work a little bit now on our balance. We're going to do tree pose, which is a traditional hatha yoga balance posture, but it is one that is always great to practice. So let's root down through the left foot. Spread the toes nice and wide. Roll the shoulders back away from your ears. And when we're in tree pose, we really want to think of our alignment. So we're starting with the left leg. We want to keep the whole leg in line. So sometimes when we switch to one side of the body, we kind of counterbalance that pose by reaching our hips too far out. So keep that in mind throughout the posture. Find a point to focus on, something that's slightly higher than eye level. And we're going to peel our right foot off of the mat. So just move slowly, especially if this is new. And you can stack the right foot on top of the left, or skip over the ankle and bring the right foot to the left inner calf. Or skip over the knee and bring the right foot to the left inner thigh. You can use your hand to assist in lifting that foot, but the important thing here is that we're not putting any sideways pressure on the knee or ankle joint, so above or below those joints. Now, once we have our foot in position, notice that left hip. If it's sagging to the left side, think about elongating the body, growing tall, pressing down deeply into the left foot so we can stack the hip over the foot and ankle. Hands can remain on the hips, you can bring them to the heart, or you can lift them all the way up. Take deep breaths here. And if you have to lower that foot for balance, that's fine. Come back up whenever you're ready. Excellent. Let's lower the arms down and lower the right foot back down to the mat. Wonderful. Shake out the legs. Take a couple nice deep breaths, a couple of shoulder rolls. You may find that if you're on a thicker mat, or if you've got a mat on a carpet or a rug, that it may be a little bit more tricky to balance, so feel free to find a little bit of different floor space. Root down through the right foot now, spread the toes wide, shoulders back, eyes up and focused, and at your own pace, peel the left foot off of the mat, bring it to the foot, the calf, or the inner thigh of the right leg. You can try something new with your arms and hands, or whatever works for you. But again, think of that alignment, think about growing tall out of the right foot. Excellent. Let's come back down with control, lowering the arms, lowering the left foot back to the mat. Shake out the legs, roll the shoulders back. Wonderful. Come to the top of the mat. If you're not already there, we're going to move into some of our standing postures. So let's start with the right foot, step back about a stride. Hips, shoulders, and chest are rotating towards the right edge of the mat. Glancing down at our feet, our left heel should point towards our right arch. Lift the shoulders, lift the arms up to shoulder height. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, move into triangle. Reach the left fingertips towards the top of your mat and then hinge sideways directly over the left leg. Bring the back of the left hand just inside of the left leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you breathe deeply, feeling a stretch through the right side of the torso and through the left inner thigh. Good, let's take one more nice deep breath. As you exhale, press into the soles of the feet to maintain balance as you lift the arms and torso back up. Keep the left foot exactly where it is, but walk the right foot back on the mat. So open up your stance, making it wider. We're moving into Warrior Two. Flip the hands so the palms are facing the floor. Turn your head towards the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend the left knee. We want to stack the knee over the left heel, and we're opening up through the inner thigh. So the left kneecap should be pointing towards the middle toe on the left foot. Focus your eyes on a point past your left fingertips and breathe. Let's flip the left palm towards the sky, moving into Peaceful Warrior. On your next exhale, gently drop the right fingertips back along the right leg, just resting gently, reaching the left fingertips up towards the sky. So the lower body isn't moving, it's staying nice and deep in that Warrior Two lunge, but we're finding more length through the left side of the torso in addition to the left inner thigh here. One more breath. And exhale back to Warrior Two. From here, we're moving into extended side angle. So our left leg is staying where it is. You can bend the left elbow and bring the forearm to the left thigh, or all the way down, bringing the left hand just inside the left arch. The right arm is sweeping forward. Bring the bicep next to your ear, tilt the chin, and look up at the right palm. Create a nice long line down the right side of your body. If you have your left hand on the floor, try and sink your hips down and forward a little bit further, really feeling that stretch through the inner left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, press into the soles of the feet, straighten out the leg, come all the way up. Wonderful job. Let's rotate the left foot so it is parallel with the right. We have a nice wide stance. Bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale and exhale. Hinge at the hips. So keep a straight line from the back of your head down towards your tailbone. And let your hands drop away from your hips. So we're getting a stretch through the chest and shoulders, as well as the backs of the legs and the lower back. Look through the legs, keeping the neck relaxed. And on your next exhale, release your hands, bring them down towards the floor, use them for support, and sink your chest down deeper, a little bit further towards the space between your thighs. So if you're up for more intense of a stretch, you can walk your feet a little bit wider. We want to keep our spine nice and long, reach the crown of the head down towards the floor, and breathe deeply. Good. Let's begin to walk the feet towards one another, lifting the chest slightly. And when the feet are under the hips, round up, stacking the back all the way up. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chin off the chest. Take a full breath. Exhale. Excellent. Let's step back to the top of our mat and switch sides. Left foot now steps back about a stride for triangle pose, Trikonasana. Rotate the hips, shoulders, and chest towards the left wall of your room. Extend the arms at shoulder height, inhaling. Exhaling, reach the right fingertips towards the top of your mat. Hinge sideways directly over the right leg. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and feel that stretch through the left side of the torso, through the right inner thigh, and breathe. Inhale, exhale, lift the body up. Moving into warrior two, walk the left foot back so we have a wider stance. Flip the hands, palms are facing the floor. Move with your breath. Inhale, exhale, bend the right knee, stack it over the ankle, point the toes towards the middle of the right foot, and look just past your right fingers. We want a nice, strong, and tall upper body. Our shoulders are back and away from our ears. Let's flip the right palm up, inhaling, and exhale. Lift through the fingers. Let the left hand relax back along the left leg. Elongate the arm. The left hand is just resting on the leg. We shouldn't be pressing deeply. Let's come back to warrior two and moving into extended side angle. Again, you have the option to bring the right forearm to the right thigh, or the right hand is coming all the way down next to the right arch. Left arm sweeps forward. Keep the chest open and facing the left side of the room. Tilt the chin up and look at the left palm. Good, let's take another deep breath. And exhale, press into the right foot, straighten out the leg, bring the left arm back down to the left side, roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. So rotate the right foot, keep your feet nice and wide. We're gonna do a little inner thigh stretch or inner leg stretch. So let's deep breath in, hinge forward. This time we're going to pause when our torso is parallel to the floor. Our hands can remain on the hips, or you can reach down through the fingertips. Let's inhale. As we exhale, shift the weight into the right foot and bend the right knee, reaching the tailbone back behind you. Feel that stretch all the way down the inside of the left leg. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And exhale, bend the left, reach back through the hips. Good, let's take one more breath. And exhale, straighten out the left leg, hips back to the center, and lift the torso all the way back up, shoulders back and away from the ears. Walk the feet together, shake out the legs, roll the shoulders back. Excellent, and take a step towards the back of your mat. Bring the feet under your hips, toes pointing forward, and let's bring the hands to prayer position at the center of the chart, center of the chest, moving into chair pose. So let's inhale and exhale, bend the knees, reach back through the tailbone, Katasana. When you're as low as you can go in this chair, or where you estimate that invisible chair is behind you, tuck the tailbone under, flattening out the lower back, bringing the hips towards the ribs. Keep the weight evenly distributed through the feet. If you want to glance down, you should be able to see all of your toes. If you can't, try and reach back a little bit further through the tailbone. And on your next exhale, fold forward, bring your hands down to the mat, lift the heels up, sink the hips down to meet them. Find a point to focus on as we inch our hands back, pulling the shoulders back, stacking them over the hips, and then gently lifting one or both hands off of the mat, building strength through the feet and ankles here. Good, let's lower our hands down, gently lower the knees, keep the toes tucked, sit back on the heels, stretch the soles of the feet. If this is too intense, you can lean forward a little bit until you feel relief. Remember, we want to feel stretched, but it shouldn't be painful. All right, let's walk our hands forward. Bring them towards the top of the mat, spread the fingers wide, center the hands under the shoulders, and we're going to lift the knees up, coming into plank. Draw the abdominals in towards the spine. If this is too intense, you can always lower the knees down. Just keep a straight line from your shoulders to knees rather than shoulders to heels. If your feet are together, let's walk them several inches apart. We want our own foot length between our feet. And we're going to drop our heels down to the left side, press into the left hand, and reach the right arm up for side plank. So keep the abs drawn in. We're focusing a little bit more intensely on the obliques here. You can always modify this by lowering the left shin down to the mat. Still getting a great workout for the obliques, but again, just a little bit less intense. Excellent. Let's come back to our traditional plank with both hands on the mat. Rotate back to the balls of the feet or the knees. Walk the feet a little bit wider. Take a couple breaths here, drawing the navel in. And just because we're drawing the abs in does not mean we're lifting the hips up. So keep the body nice and long, nice and straight. And now drop the heels down toward the right side. Press into the right hand. Lift the left arm up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Find a point to focus on. Good. Let's lower the left hand down to the mat, coming back to our plank. Inhale and exhale. Bend the elbows through chaturanga. Come all the way down, lowering your abdomen to the mat. Stack one hand on top of the other. Rest your cheek on top. Let the legs relax, letting the heels roll away from one another. And we're going to stay here for a couple breaths, letting our body relax. Good. Draw the toes and heels together. Keep the tops of the feet glued to the mat. Slide your hands apart from one another and bring the hands under the shoulders, elbows bent, tucked in next to the rib cage. And now lift the palms about an inch or two off of the mat. We're going to prepare for Cobra Pose, and we're going to work on strengthening the muscles of the lower back. On your next inhale, lift through the crown of the head, lifting the face, neck, and chest, little by little off of the floor. So we want to feel the muscles of the lower back working, but we don't want to feel any straining. If it's too intense, come down just a little bit. Excellent. Let's come down with control. Stack the hands, rest the opposite cheek on top. Let the heels roll away from one another again, letting the whole body relax. And now bring the toes and heels together, slide the hands apart, palms under the shoulders again. This time we're going to keep the hands connected with the ground. Elbows are tucked in next to the rib cage. We'll start by using the lower back muscles to lift, and then the triceps take over to lift the rest of the way. So let's do it again. Inhale, lifting the face, neck, and chest, lifting the crown up towards the sky. When you can't lift any higher by using the lower back muscles, press through the center of the palm and continue to come up with control, gradually lifting a little bit higher, using the muscles along the back of the upper arm. Our shoulders should be away from our ears. We're not hanging in the shoulders. But we have a nice, tall, long upper body. Let's take one more breath and gently exhale, coming all the way down, little by little with the same control. And then stack the hands, rest your cheek on top, let the heels relax away from one another. Good, let's slide our hands under our shoulders, press the hips up and back, coming into a child's pose, letting your body round forward over the thighs. It should feel really nice after the back bending posture of Cobra. Let's lift our head up a couple inches, walk our hands over towards the right corner of our room and shift our weight back into the left hip. And now come through center, walk the hands over towards the left corner of the room and shift back into the right hip. Good, hands back through center. Let's lift the chest up, walk the hands out a couple inches and come into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, let's take a big step forward with the right foot, coming to our low lunge. So our hips are down and forward, our right knee is stacked over the right ankle, our left leg is straight, and we're pressing away through the left heel. Try and let your hips sink down towards the mat, feeling that stretch through the left hip flexor and quad. And from here, we're going to lift into a high lunge. So if you need a little bit more support, you can always lower the back knee or rotate the left heel down to the mat, and you can do that at any time. To really work the right quad and to maintain balance, we're pressing down deeply into the right foot. So let's gently press down, roll the shoulders back, and stack them over the hips. So we haven't lifted up. We're keeping this nice low hip close to the mat, but we're strengthening the right quad, we're stretching the left quad, we're challenging our balance, and of course we're breathing deeply. Excellent. Let's exhale, drop the hands back down, framing the right foot. Lower the left knee if it's not already there. And now shift your hips back. Straighten out the right leg, lift the right toes, and drop the, or I should say, walk the hands back on the mat as you lower the chest down towards your thigh. Good. Walk the hands forward again, framing the right foot. Curl the left toes, lift the left knee. Let's step back to downward dog. And inhale, left foot forward, hips down and forward. Reach back through the right heel. Moving into high lunge, take a deep breath. Exhale, press into the left foot, roll the shoulders back, stack them over the hips. Feel free to adjust the back leg by lowering the knee or heel to the mat if you need a little bit more support on this side. Focusing the eyes helps maintain our balance. And release, hands down to the floor. Gently lower the right knee, shift the hips back, straightening out the left leg, walking the hands back towards the torso, and folding forward over the left thigh. Good, let's walk the hands forward, lower the left foot, and step back again to downward dog. On your next inhale, let's lift the right heel high towards the sky, bend the knee, and pull the knee in towards your chest, lowering the knee between the hands. The right foot should now rest on the left edge of your mat. Relax the left leg back. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, fold forward. Create a little pillow for your forehead, either using your hands one on top of the other, or maybe one fist on top of the other. And let your body relax as much as possible, being mindful of your alignment. We don't want to drop down to one side or the other, but instead our hips should be even distance above the mat. Good, let's lift our head, neck, and chest up. Plant the right hand on the outside of the right knee or thigh, and using the left glute and hamstring, we're going to bend the left knee and lift the heel up towards the sky. Reach back with the left hand, grabbing a hold of the foot or ankle or pant leg, and just gently work it towards the body. Okay, so maybe we're not pulling it in very far today. Maybe we're just working on the lift. That's fine. If you have the foot in your hand, just be gentle. This can be an intense stretch through the quad. Good, let's release. Bring the left hand forward, framing the right knee. Curl the left toes, press back to downward dog, and breathe. Switching sides, left leg up, bend the knee, pull it in towards your chest, lower it down between the hands, relax the right leg back. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold, and let the whole body relax. Good, let's release. Lift the chest, walk the hands back to either side of the left leg. Turn on that right glute and hamstring so we can bend the knee and reach back with the right hand for the foot or ankle. Breathing deeply as we draw the foot in towards the shoulders. Good. Let's release the foot. Sit down into the left hip. Keep the left leg where it is. We're going to sweep the right leg around and place it on the outside of the left thigh. Sit down into the right hip for spinal twist. Bring the right hand behind the back, lifting the chest and opening it towards the right side of the room. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale, lower the left arm on the outside of the right knee or thigh, opening the chest a little bit more to the right, and then looking over the right shoulder. Good, let's release. And we're going to switch sides. So we bring our right leg down to the mat, knee bent, knee in line with the center of the chest, and left foot steps across. Ground down into the left hip so our body is evenly rooted to the mat. Left hand behind the back, opening the chest towards the left side. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, lower it on the outside of the left thigh, opening the chest and looking over the left shoulder. Good, let's release. Bring the chest forward, and then slide the knees away from one another, bringing the soles of the feet together. Let the inner thighs relax. Let your legs drop down towards the mat as much as possible. Sit up tall, lifting the chest up, hands resting on the ankles or feet. Inhale. And as we exhale, lean forward. So bring the center of your chest down towards your feet. Rather than rounding, you want a nice, tall, long spine. You can use your elbows and forearms to press your thighs a little bit closer to the mat, intensifying the stretch through the inner thigh. Good, let's lift the chest back up. Draw the legs together, lean back, and draw your abs in towards the spine, moving into boat pose. We're going to lift one or both feet off of the mat. Hands are extended, palms facing the legs. If you're up for more of a challenge, you can straighten out the knees. Just try and keep a nice long line from your head to tailbone and from your feet to tailbone. Okay. Draw the abs in, keep breathing, and find a point to focus on, something that's not moving. Excellent. Let's lower the feet down to the mat. Keep the abs engaged as you round the upper body all the way down. Take a deep breath here. And then straighten out the legs, lowering the heels, thighs to the mat. We're going to do a couple leg lifts to continue building our abdominal strength. So let's bring our arms along our sides, palm side down, and then tuck them under the glutes, just an inch or two. Again, draw the navel in towards the spine, and we're going to move with our breath. So let's inhale the legs up, 2, 3, 4, exhale down, 2, 3, 4, inhale up, 2, 3, 4, exhale down, 2, 3, 4, inhale up, 2, 3, 4, exhale down, 2, 3, 4, inhale up, 2, 3, 4, exhale down, 2, 3, 4, inhale up, 2, 3, 4, exhale down, 2, 3, and 4. Heels down to the mat. Release the hands. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Take a nice deep breath. And from here, if you're up for a shoulder stand tonight, we're going to work on that next. If you prefer a less intense inversion, you can slide your mat over towards a nearby wall and do legs up the wall. Or you can just remain here in Shavasana for a couple breaths. Do what feels best for you tonight. If you're lifting into shoulder stand, draw the abdominals in, our arms start next to our sides, and we're pulling our knees in towards our chest. Pull them in as far as you can, and then press through the center of the palm to lift the back of the body off of the floor. Once your tailbone is lifted, bend the elbows, bring the hands to the lower back, and walk them up the length of your spine towards your shoulders. Once your hips are over your shoulders, begin to extend the legs up. Looking upwards towards your toes, breathe deeply. If at any point you feel uncomfortable or a little lightheaded, just come right on down with the same control and rest in Shavasana. If you're in shoulder stand, point and flex your feet a couple times. And then bring one leg in towards your face, reach away through the opposite leg. And let's gently switch directions. And then bring the toes down towards the mat overhead, coming into Plow Pose. If the toes don't touch, that's okay. Just keep your hands where they are. Keep supporting the back. Good. Let's bring our hands down to the mat, bend the knees in towards the face, slide the legs down the front of the body, gently lowering the back, and then the soles of the feet to the mat. Picking up the right leg, place the right ankle on top of the left knee, reach the right hand through the legs, left hand on the outside, draw the legs towards your chest. And let's release, switching sides, right foot to the mat, left ankle on top of the right knee, left hand through the legs, right hand on the outside of the right thigh, draw the legs in. And release. Good. Let's lower both feet down, sliding the legs down the length of your mat, walking the heels about mat width apart, letting your arms relax halfway between the hips and shoulders. Tuck the shoulder blades under the back of the body, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, letting your whole body relax. Let it sink down deeply into the mat. Let your mind relax, letting go of any thoughts, plans, or ideas. And as ideas arise, just acknowledge them and bring your awareness back to the body and the breath. Bring your awareness all the way down your body to your feet and mentally repeat after me. My toes, feet, and heels are releasing and relaxing. My toes, feet, and heels are released and relaxed. My ankles, calves, and knees are releasing and relaxing. My ankles, calves, and knees are released and relaxed. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are releasing and relaxing. My thighs, hips, and buttocks are released and relaxed. My abdomen and lower back are releasing and relaxing. My abdomen and lower back are released and relaxed. My fingers, hands, and wrists are releasing and relaxing. My fingers, hands, and wrists are released and relaxed. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are releasing and relaxing. My forearms, elbows, and upper arms are released and relaxed. My chest, back, and shoulders are releasing and relaxing. My chest, back, and shoulders are released and relaxed. My neck, head, and face are releasing and relaxing. My neck, head, and face are released and relaxed. My mind is calm, my breathing is even, and I am completely relaxed. Gradually bring awareness back to your body. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently lift your arms overhead, lengthening the body. Reach your arms to the right, to the left. And then gently roll onto your right side, taking another nice deep breath through the nose. On your next exhale, press back up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining me tonight for an hour of yoga. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please feel free to do so now. You'll get updates when videos go live. So I plan to do another live yoga class both Monday and Wednesday next week, but you never know, we might have some other workouts thrown in there as well, so you'll get updates on those. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you soon.